Every single year, thousands of high school hitters grind their asses off. Travel ball, showcases, private lessons, weight room. They do everything they're told and then they get to college. Then they sit. Freshman year, sophomore year, hell, some of them never even play. And you know what? I was one of them. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why that happens, so you don't make the same mistakes that I made. My name is Nate Kelly and I run the Close the Gap protocol. But before any of that, I was a high school hitter with 95 plus exit velocity, watching all my teammates get recruited while I scrambled for any offer I could get. And I ended up settling in my recruitment out of fear. I showed up thinking my college coach would develop me, thinking I would get my shot, but when I showed up, I was low on the depth chart. In the end, my coach had 30 other guys he had to worry about. He didn't really have time for me, and nobody really does when you're at the bottom. I spent 2 years benched, barely playing any innings, and then I tore my UCL twice. And my career was over before it even started. And I'm definitely not telling you that out of sympathy. I'm telling you that because you're about to make the same exact mistake. And I refuse to let it happen to you before you get the truth. So why does this happen? Why do the hardworking, talented high school hitters finally get to college and then disappear at the bottom of the depth chart? Well, here's the answer that nobody wants to give you. College coaches do not develop players, they select them. Read that again, they select, they do not develop. When a college coach offers you a roster spot, he is not betting on your potential. He's not signing up to fix your mechanics, build your strength and power, or develop your swing. He's selecting you because of what you are right now, today, at this moment. And if what you are right now isn't good enough to start, you will sit while the guys who showed up ready will play. Ultimately, I did not understand this. I thought getting to college was the finish line. It's definitely not. It's realistically the starting line. And if you show up to that starting line underdeveloped, you are already behind. Day one, no exceptions. And realistically, your high school coach isn't developing you either. He's managing a roster, running practice, and again, dealing with 20 other guys. The ones who actually develop are the ones who take ownership over their own development. Here's what I call the development gap. It is the distance between where you are right now and where you need to be successful at the next level. And trust me, every single high school hitter has this gap. The question is whether you close it before you get to college or not. If you close it before, then you'll show up undeniable, and coaches will notice you immediately. And ultimately, you compete for that starting spot day one. You build confidence and you build momentum, and your career has a great chance to thrive. Now, if you close it after, and you're trying to develop while you're competing with guys who have already done that, you're way behind day one. You're trying to catch up while the depth chart is basically already set. And most guys never catch up. I certainly never did. Now, the development gap exists for one singular reason. Most high school hitters have no structured development system. They're doing random workouts, saving Instagram reels, asking ChatGPT for training protocols. Trust me, I know, dude. I did all of it. I was the guy in the rec center at 11 p.m. during college trying to piece it all together. But random inputs create chaos, and that's not real development. Quite simply, your body does not adapt to randomness. It reacts to structured, systemic development. And without a system or a program, your development gap stays wide. In my experience of working with underdeveloped high school hitters, there are 3 specific things that are keeping them stuck, and they can be fixed pretty easily. Number 1 is no testing system. Most guys have no idea if their training is actually working. They hope it is, and they say that they certainly feel like it's working. And oh, I can just tell that the ball is jumping off my bat. Bullshit. They feel like they're getting stronger. They feel like they're getting better. But they haven't tested their EV, their broad jump, their rotational power in months or maybe even ever. I don't care if it feels like you're getting stronger, you're still guessing. And guessing is just hope with a little bit extra steps. You need to know your training is working, not feeling like it's working, not guessing, and not hoping that it's working. Number 2 is no phases within your training. Okay, listen, your body adapts in stages. You can't just jump into building explosive rotational power without a strength base. You can't peak your power without building it first. Most guys end up skipping steps for 2 reasons. They either want results super fast or they're just unequipped with the knowledge. And that's why their squat may go up 50 pounds, but their exit velocity or their metrics they actually use in game doesn't move an inch. Chances are, if you're not transferring from the weight room to the game, your phases are completely whack or out of order. Build first, peak second, and dominate third. In that order, every single time. Here we go, the last one is waiting to be saved. Whew, that's a big one. This one is very dangerous. The belief that someone, a coach, a random program is gonna magically come along and save everything in your development, in your career. Listen, your high school coach doesn't have the time. Your travel ball coach doesn't have the system and probably doesn't have the time either. Your college coach won't have the interest in you because he's trying to win baseball games. Truthfully, guys, please listen to me here. You are on your own. The sooner you actually accept that, the sooner you close the gap. So what does it actually look like when a guy closes the development gap before college? Well, it looks like a guy like Ryan, an uncommitted senior who showed up to my program completely underdeveloped. His EV was stuck at 91 and he was doing ChatGPT workouts. 12 weeks in the program, he hit 101 EV and he committed to college baseball. And ultimately, that's why coaches noticed him. Not because he worked harder than everybody else, because his development was structured, tested, and sequenced. And ultimately, his output became impossible to ignore. Guys, that is what closing the gap looks like. It's not magic and it's not secret exercises that you think you see on Instagram. It's not a new piece of equipment, it's actually a system. And that system is in phases that you must do in order. And testing every 1 to 2 weeks to make sure what you're doing is on the right path. Your build phase, you need to develop your strength base. Teach your body to absorb and produce force. For your peak phase, you need to convert that strength into explosive power, CNS efficiency, and rate of force development. Finally, you have to dominate and express that power in the game. Bat speed, swing speed, barrel percentage, and exit velocity. Output that coaches can't ignore. I mean, that's the system and that's what closes the development gap. That's what makes you undeniable before you step foot on a college campus. Here's the truth that I wish somebody told me my junior year. You don't have 4 years, you have 2, and maybe even less. And the window to close your development gap before you get to college is smaller than you think. And every week you spend wasted doing random shit are weeks you will never get back in your development. Listen, I settled for D3 out of fear and showed up underdeveloped. I got benched and I tore my UCL twice. My career ended before it started. And I spent years wondering what would have happened if somebody gave me the information I'm giving you right now. And that's why the Close the Gap protocol exists. Not to promise you a D1 offer, and not even to guarantee you a starting spot, but to make sure you show up developed, explosive, and undeniable, so you give yourself every possible chance to compete at the next level. Don't show up to college underdeveloped, don't settle like me. If you're a junior or senior who just saw yourself in this video, there's a link to apply for the Close the Gap protocol in the description. We'll hop on a call and I'll show you exactly how the Close the Gap protocol works. From there, we'll see if you're a good fit. Stand out, don't settle.